That was together.
I think we did it.
I think we did it.
I'm proud of us.
I'm so proud of us. We
Uh,
actually did it. Okay, don't
goodness.
fan so hard because it's picking up in your microphone. That's all we hear.
Great. Love it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Welcome to The Cup Refilled, where the reality of the past becomes the tea of today. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay. Gay. We are still hanging out in this. I'm on vacation, so we're hanging out in this cute little media salon.
Oh, media salon.
Media salon.
I love that.
It's a cute room. I'm not gonna lie.
It sounds very fancy.
It kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a green glass counter table.
Ooh,
It's kind of nice. Anyway,
love it.
we are just drinking water because it is currently, what's the temperature like here? Currently 106 degrees
Oh,
in the morning.
oh,
Yeah, so we're drinking water because hydration in Arizona in the summer is very important.
very. Well, hello, and one more hello. I am your girl, Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea per. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I'm actually not drinking anything because
Oh,
I had a nice big breakfast with a nice cup, big, huge cup of sweet tea from McDonald's, and it was delicious. So
absolutely.
I'm good right now. But always, if I was drinking anything, I would be drinking it out of my cup mug because
But of
all the cool
course,
kids have one, and it's everything tastes better coming out of this cup. I will say it's just even more
absolutely.
delicious. So you should get you one. And we do ship internationally, so there is no reason why you can't get one at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Come get your cup merch. We got cup merch all of all kinds of all different things, and then some other things you might like. So check out my Etsy shop. Purr.
Yes. We are here. We are now over halfway done with Project Runway Season 2.
Yes.
A beautiful season of television. And
Hmm.
these are the episodes that I remember distinctly from
Yes.
this season. These
Yes.
are the memorable moments from this season. It is literally this chunk of 3 episodes.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Well,
Because
the mhm.
earlier I was like, I don't remember a lot of this. I don't remember a lot of this. These three episodes specifically, I'm like, I definitely remember these. So
Yeah,
good.
100%. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna start with episode 7.
Hmm.
We are coming off of the double elimination
Hmm.
of
Yeah.
Marla and Diana,
Yeah.
and the designers um, get a challenge from Heidi, but they are told that they're going to get their challenge in the morning. So
Hmm.
that's whatever.
Hmm.
Um,
They're gonna get a
and
package delivered to them. That's what they
it's the good
said.
old package. And oh boy, did a package come in the morning.
Yep.
Uh,
In the
it
form of Rabio.
Robbio, yay!
Rabio donned his U.S. parcel uniform once again,
Again.
and decided to deliver some packages to
And
the people.
my absolute favorite moment is that Emmett thought that he was Mario. I'm like, in what universe is that Mario? Mario didn't even make it to that challenge. Did you watch the first season? I don't think so.
I don't think he did.
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure he got on the show because he was a
No,
student at Parsons and knew Tim Gunn.
yeah, I was about to say if he watched anything, he watched one episode of Project Runway and was like,
Maybe.
"Oh, that's Mario." I'm like, "No, that's Rob."
No, darling.
Mm.
No.
But
No.
no, no,
No.
no. But so they get these packages and
Mhm.
they open their packages and these very little cute costumes and everybody's like, "What are these? Are we dancers? Are
Mhm.
we? What is this?" And some of these outfits was hilarious and some of them were cute. My favorite thing about them putting on these costumes was Emmett wearing that pink shirt and then putting on his hat and was like, why am I wearing this?
I loved him going, they made me, Emmett, I'm sorry. I'm just like, what is this?
It's so funny.
And then Tim Gunn calling Santino Dr. Zhivago
Yes.
really just sent me into another universe. I'm
It was
like, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong at all.
It was
But
just so. I was like, this is hilarious. I thought the girls all looked cute in their little,
Chloe looked the best. Shocker.
Yeah. So
I love
cute.
Chloe. I love
They're
Chloe.
so cute. But like Santino's outfit was just insane, and
Bad.
Andre's outfit was insane.
Andre. We finally get the Andre moment.
Yes.
We will talk later about Andre.
But yeah, I thought it was funny. So they get in the car and they head to their destination, which they find out is an ice rink. And on thin ice is the theme, and they're going to make an outfit for U.S. Olympian Sasha Cohen.
I love it.
Go ahead.
First of all, icon. Second of all, I'm pretty sure in a later season they also do another figure skating challenge with Christy Yamaguchi.
Ugh.
Because I distinctly, for some reason, remember Christy Yamaguchi on Project Runway. I might be misremembering it, but I feel like Christy Yamaguchi was on Project Runway. So
I am a figure skater lover. I love figure skating. Like figure skating is the reason I watched the Winter Olympics at the beginning. Like I'm watching the Winter Olympics for figure skating, and then anything else I watch is gravy on top of the figure skating.
The poutine that you're making out of figure skating,
exactly.
I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. The figure skating is the potatoes, is the reason I am there. And then the rest of that gravy. Like I like other stuff in Winter Olympics that I've come to love, that I've come to like. And I was like, oh, I actually like this sport. Never heard of it. Curling. Who would have thought I liked curling?
No, 150%. I was going to say, no, curling is one of my favorite sports.
It is curling.
It is so entertaining to watch.
It's so stupidly stupid, but entertaining.
I want to learn
how
to be a curler. Can we learn how to do this? And then
I feel like that is the only sport I could do. I feel like that's the only sport in Winter Olympics that I could possibly do. I was like, you have to be in shape
with the little broom.
With the
absolutely.
Broom sweeping. Sure,
I'll be the
one that push it. I want to be the push.
Yeah.
And because I don't that drives me crazy. I just want to be the one to get on my knee and be like, ah. I feel like that's the only sport I can do.
You would serve cunt doing that, honestly.
I would, because I'll be like,
just imagine we're doing it. It's like slay,
right?
Work, mama.
Right. We'll do so many so stupid.
Oh my god,
I would love it. Like they'd be like, why do we let these fools in this sport? But I'm like,
literally.
Straight. No. They'll hate me.
Literally.
But yeah, I'm figure skating. So when they did that, and then the Sasha Cohen's coming, I was like, I love Sasha Cohen at that, especially in that time, because he had just won like silver medal.
She had just came off the Olympics.
Just came off, and I was like, love Sasha Cohen. So yeah, I was very excited about this challenge. I was like, I do remember this challenge. I remember everything about this challenge. I remember what the outfits were and who made what. I was like, I remember this one.
Yeah.
And it was so good. It was so good.
The one I remember distinctly out of everything is actually the floral challenge, which we'll talk about later this episode. But yeah, this challenge is so good. I mean, there isn't really a whole lot of drama or like big things that happen in this episode.
No.
Really, it's just like everybody's working with stretch fabric.
Right.
We're on episode 7, and Emmett still does not know how to design for women. So it's just like, and having the reality TV lens that I have now and like reading into the edit, he kept getting so many confessionals. I was like, oh yeah, this is the episode Emmett goes home. Like it makes sense based on, I think he has like maybe half the confessionals in this episode alone.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I get it. But yeah, so it's like a whole thing. Emmett doesn't know how to design for women's wear, and it shows. And the other big thing is the overlock gate. Everybody's talking about overlocks, which I genuinely did not know that was a thing. Had no
Okay.
clue. Had never heard of overlocking. Uh, what the fuck is this?
Right.
So Andre ends up like they're like broken or something. And then Andre ends up rethreading both of the overlock machines that they have. And like this is a crucial tool for all of them because without it, sewing stretch fabric is very difficult.
Yes.
And then so he fixes both of them, announces it to the room, and then immediately Kara goes to use one of the overlocks and the needle snaps.
Flies right out of the
And
room.
so all of these people are now forced to hand stitch their garments,
Mm-hmm.
which is absolutely crazy.
Insane.
Um, it's wild, it's crazy, uh, it's party. Um, but yeah, so it's like the whole thing with that. There really isn't any other like drama moments, I don't think.
No, it really wasn't. I
No.
was like, oh, Andre, that was nice of you to fix those machines. And then, like, oh, Cara, that was not nice of you to break it right away. But
Mm,
I don't think she tried. But
thanks,
yeah, it's
Cara.
Cara.
Do we want to just dive into the looks?
Yeah, I'm here
Yeah,
for it.
I think it's time.
I
Yeah.
think it's time.
Uh,
Episode 7. Let me go
let's
full screen for this.
start with Chloe.
I thought this was cute. I was like,
I,
oh, this is cute.
I think it's good.
I think I'm tired of her using this color.
I'm very tired of her using this blue. I think this blue looks great, and Grace looks amazing in this blue. However, girl, stop using this fucking blue. And
Right.
I'm pretty sure, spoiler, in her finale collection at Olympus Fashion Week, I'm pretty sure she uses this
Oh, this
same
blue.
fucking blue.
Oh, I'm
So I'm
sure.
just like, girl, there are millions of other colors you could be using.
Right. Millions.
Use another one maybe. But no, I think the design of this is actually really lovely. I love it's almost like a scalloping the way that she's draped these fabric pieces in the front. And
Mm-hmm.
then I love that it's kind of this like back and forth diagonal in the front and then completely parallel in the back. I really, really like I like both of those touches. The only issue I have with the garment is it doesn't really give Grace any sort of shape, and Grace does have a
Mm-hmm.
great shape.
Mm-hmm.
I know in figure skating you don't necessarily need a great shape because you're moving so much, and so you're
Right.
making shape with your body. However,
However,
I would have liked something that just fit a little bit better on
mm-hmm.
Grace.
I
But
agree.
overall, I think the garment's great.
I do. I feel like it's very pretty, it's light, it's airy. It would work on a figure skating thing,
Yeah,
but I do agree there's no shape.
yeah.
And there is I think for the runway, it's not giving what it needs to give. Now, if she was on skates and gliding across the ice, I think it'll give what it needs to give. And I guess that's the double, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think overall though, I am gonna give this garment an 80.
I would give it an 83.
Cool. Next is Zulema.
Oh,
This is everything for me.
yeah, I think this was honestly her best thing she could have ever done.
Oh yeah. This
The
is the
best thing
best
she
garment
did.
she's made on the season.
Yes,
100%.
and yeah, it's definitely the best, and it's pretty. I could see it on a ice rink. I
Hmm.
could see her. Um, I could see it. I can see it on Sasha. I can see it flowing. I can see it telling a good story. I do. I like it. I like it a lot.
I have one
Problem.
no, it's not a problem. I don't love white on
Mm-hmm.
figure skaters, period. I think juxtaposed with like the ice, I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like it washes out a lot of figure skaters. So for me, I honestly wish this was in any other color, but Sasha Cohen likes white and it looks good on her. And that was kind of the thing she was known for.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to dock it, obviously, for that. Just
Mm-hmm.
for me, I wish it was in really any other color.
Yeah. I'm here for, yeah, I'm here
But
for
still,
it. I
yeah.
think it, and I feel like I agree. On some people, it'll probably wash them out on the ice, but I feel like on others, it'll make it pop on the ice. So it just
Exactly.
depends on who you are and what. And like it was telling a story, like it was part, like this is supposed to be
Hmm.
an ice princess
Yeah.
theme. So if that's the ice princess theme, literally all she would have to do for me is add a couple of like blue details, like icicle, like frozen like details to this garment, and it would, or like a say around, I don't know, but or just leave it alone. It's cute the way it is, honestly.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a 95. Lana, your score?
um oh, I was thinking.
Yo, you're fine.
I would give it a, you know what, I would give it a 95 as well.
Cool. Next is Emmett. Here's what I'm going to say about Emmett. I think that the concept was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I think the concept is pretty good. Um, it's just the only thing I can really say about it is that it's boring.
Yeah.
Like that's really all,
Yeah.
honestly.
I
Like,
mean, yeah. Yeah. The fabric is pretty. I wish it was a little bit longer.
yeah,
The fabric is pretty though, but it is very uninspired. It's very boring. It's very like you he'd relied too much on the pretty fabric instead of
yeah.
designing it. And that's the whole problem for me.
And like I like the geometricality of the front piece and then the whole
Mm-hmm.
back. Like I think that's really fun. I
Mm-hmm.
think if he had focused on that fabric
Mm-hmm.
and used the sparkly black as like in the bottom part and
Mm-hmm.
maybe in some sort of like shaping the breast area
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like make it like make a cup for the breasts out of
Mm-hmm.
the
Those
black
fabric, right.
and then have it coming down the sides into the waist piece.
Yes.
I think that could have been really good and it would have looked very flattering on her.
Yeah, if
Um,
one side, like how you said, make cut the breast piece
yeah.
into cups, have the sparkly part just
Hmm.
all on one side and like like coming
Sure, yeah.
ascending over, so it's like a effect where it's like side effect coming in,
Sure,
and so
yeah.
all that all the way down to one side and it's just coming over into the front, down at the bottom it's on the other side, asymmetrical, I guess. I think that
Yeah.
would be so cute.
I
Yeah,
think it'd be great.
he just didn't design this. He just relied on the pretty fabric because the fabric is very pretty. I would
Gorgeous.
want to wear that fabric if I was a figure skater, but I would want it to do more. This looks matronly. It looks like a figure skater who's retired and older and trying to hide things, like her stomach is not as flat as it used to be when she was a
Yeah.
teenager doing the figure skating, and
Yeah.
she's trying to hide that. It just looks a little matronly, but yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 50.
I would it's yeah, I would give it a 45 because yeah.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
Next is Nick. I don't love it.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
It's not bad.
I like the back. I don't like the front.
I absolutely agree with you. I think
Yeah.
the ruffling detail work that he did with crossing the two fabrics in the
Hmm.
back works
Beautiful.
very, very well. In the front, it does not work as well for me. Um, but I like those two fabrics layered together. I honestly
Hmm.
wish it had just been more of a symmetrical crossover where it's just like the white panel on one side and then like
Hmm.
is it like an off yellow or like an off like a cream color The other fabric that's not the white sparkly one.
Yeah.
I want that like in an equal, like cut the pieces together
Right.
so they're the same size and then overlap them in the middle and the front and in the middle and the back. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I would have liked a little bit better. I think that
Mm-hmm.
would have given it more of the effect that he was trying to go for. Instead, it's on this weird like bias
Yeah.
situation in the front that looks weird, and it looks like the other piece is kind of just like cut strangely.
Mm-hmm.
So like not the biggest fan of this. Like I said, like I agree with you. The back is really lovely. I like that he tied in I'm just gonna call it a cream fabric. I like that he tied in the cream colored fabric into the piece in the hair. I think that adds some cohesion to it. But overall, like it's not bad. It's just definitely not one of the best of the week.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the cups. Like I just feel like they're
Yeah,
lopsided and weird. That's
yeah,
was throwing me off in the front, but I like the back. So
yeah. Um, I'm gonna give this a 67.
I'll give it a 69.
Work.
Nice.
Solid.
Nice.
Nice. Chop. I don't have my chopsticks on
I'll
me.
do it for you. Don't
Thank you,
worry.
please.
I got
Like,
you.
just absolutely not. Absolutely not.
This should have sent
No.
him home.
This is one of
Honestly,
this is one of like 5 garments that should have sent him home.
sent him home a long time ago.
Like,
Ugh.
honest to God, every look he did in this set of episodes we're going to talk about should have sent him home. Unfortunately, he was great TV,
Mm-hmm.
and they weren't going to send him home.
Nope.
Because at this point, he also had what, 2 wins? Yeah, he had
Yep.
2 wins at this point. Like there was no chance he was going to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hate this.
I don't like this at
Why does it
all.
look like in the wide shot in the middle, why does it look like she has 2 Barbies like posted up like in the X on her breast? Like they look like dolls. And then it's just like the blood bleeding out of these dolls on the bottom. I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking putting all of that stuff in the back of that dress. Like, or that, because, like, how is she supposed to skate with all that storage in the back? Like, it's so heavy, it'll weigh her down. A figure skater is supposed to be light and airy so they can do their jumps and spins. She can't do
Yeah.
all that jump with all that weight behind her.
Yeah.
It's so, and like I get the concept. I understand his concept. I appreciate his concept because yes,
Yeah.
rising from the ashes like a phoenix is a good concept, but it's a better way to portray that on a figure skating outfit. And he just didn't do it, and it's just not it. It's not. It was
No.
executed very poorly. It was not cute.
No. I would like to move on from this. I'm just going to
Yes.
plead. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it any further.
Same. Move.
It's not a great look
No.
from Daniel. What I will
No.
say, I love this color.
Mm-hmm.
And especially on Rebecca, I
Mm-hmm.
love this color. And I actually think the bustier is very well done. I like this kind of like belting effect that he made
Mm-hmm.
on the top, and then I think it links in the back maybe, or it's just jeweled in the back. I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the way that he pleated this like skirt situation,
Mm-hmm.
it is, especially in that middle photo right there, it is not flattering.
Yeah, no, it looks like a
That
penis.
it does. Like
Looks like a penis.
yeah, it is really unfortunate because the top part of the garment is actually really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I think this did deserve to be safe. I still don't like it all that much, but given what we were presented with on this runway,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was very rightfully safe.
Yeah,
but
agreed. But
very well could have been in the bottom.
in the bottom, yeah, for sure, for
So,
sure. Scores.
I'm gonna give it a 68.
I'll give it a 58.
Great. Andre. I
like this actually.
I don't dislike it. Yeah,
I don't hate it.
No, I don't love it.
I don't. Oh,
The part that's that's missing for me is the skirt again. No one
Mm,
really did the skirt very well except for the person who won, honestly,
right.
in my opinion. Like, I think, yeah, I love I love the asymmetricality. I love what's happening on the shoulder, but I don't know whether I would have it be a feather or whatever this poof is.
Hmm.
I don't get the makeup. I
I
think
mean,
the idea was Black Swan, but I don't get
yes.
it.
I mean, I get it. It's like he said, like a gothic princess, like a black
Sure.
swan. I get it. I mean, I understand the concept. I think it could have been presented better. I don't think he needed the mask across the face and the makeup, but other than that, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Andre a 75.
I will give it a sensible 74.
Great. And the last one is Kara, wearing basically the same garment that Andre made. I didn't realize until just now how, like, look at how similar these garments look to each other. That's wild to me.
Right.
Like, they are the same garment, except they're asymmetrical on different sleeves. Oh, yeah, no, I really don't. I think I like this one for the sheer sleeve. I think that's interesting. The fringe work, again, the fringe work just does not work for me. Um, and I think it's too short. I think she needed another layer of that fringe underneath. If you're gonna do fringe, which I wouldn't even necessarily do fringe. Um, yeah, no, it's not great. Not great at all. Not a fan.
It's boring to me. It's boring. It's whatever.
It's 50.
Yeah, it's. You know what? Honestly, I think I like hers the same amount that I like Emmett. So 45. It's just
Fair.
yeah. I don't.
Same. So I'm gonna give her a 50.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So we get 5 designers called to be tops and bottoms. Our top 2 of the week are Zulema and Chloe. Our bottom 3 are Emmett, Cara, and Santino. And our winner, Zulema.
Period. I think she did it the best.
She was the best for
She
sure.
did it best.
By far, no question. She
Yeah.
was the winner.
Yeah, she was the best. It was not even a question of any. Yeah, she deserved that one.
There was absolutely no question in anyone's mind. So
But this is the thing. She was the best by far. Deserved the win. Everybody else. This was just a very meh runway. To be
yeah,
honest.
which is why Tim comes in the next episode and kind of gives them some
Hmm.
tough love. We'll talk about it a little bit, but so our bottom 2, Cara ends up getting saved. So our bottom 2 is Emmett and Santino, and they send home Emmett, which
Sure.
honestly I understand.
Sure.
I still think Santino had the worst garment, but I understand sending Emmett home because he is just at this point not at the same level of everybody else.
Hmm.
So that is that with that. We're gonna move to episode 8, which is one of the most iconic episodes of Project Runway for me. And
Hmm.
most of that has to do with Zulema's walk off.
Mm.
So this episode
Oh,
is kind of infamously known for the walk off.
here's
So
the thing: we have to make an addendum and amendment in our because at the very beginning we said you said that nobody changed models this season.
I had forgotten that this took
Hmm.
place on this
Hmm.
season. I really had forgotten that.
So
Um,
we had to change that. Somebody
yeah,
did switch models.
yeah. So obviously Zulema for winning the challenge. got the option, and she decides she's going to switch models. And she wants to have a walk-off. I love the way that she phrased this too. I would like to have a walk-off between the following 3 models. And I'm like, girl, okay. But yeah, so she ends up, so Shannon, who is Emmett's model, is in the walk-off, as well as Andre's model Danielle and Nick's model Tara. So they do the walk-off. And Zulema swaps to Tara, which I forgot also automatically meant that Nick got Rachel, and Nick didn't get the choice between Rachel and Shannon.
Right.
Which I think, had he been given the choice,
he would have picked the other Shannon. Girl. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely would have picked Shannon. And I do find it interesting as well, because later in the episode, we are at Mood. I believe it was Mood. Yep. And Tim is talking to Nick, and he's like, I'm just flustered. I had my model swapped. And presumably Tim has no clue that this happened.
Right.
And so Tim starts kind of bad-mouthing Rachel.
Literally was like, oh, she walks like Gumby.
Gumby.
She's marshmallow. I was like,
oh my God.
So here's my thing about this whole situation. Because everybody was so gooped and gagged and upset with Zulema for wanting to switch models. And I'm like, y'all all saw her model can't walk. Y'all all saw that. Why would she want to stick with the model who is giving like very stiff walk, very not good runway, Why would we stick with that? And so I found it very interesting that everybody was like, how dare she? She's a bitch. She's horrible. Why would she do that? I'm like, why wouldn't she do that? This is a competition. And she wanted somebody who can actually walk and present the garments that she put out there in the best possible light. And her girl wasn't doing it.
No.
She wasn't doing it. So I was kind of like, we mad. I understand you not getting your model, but to be mad at Zulema for playing the game that y'all all signed up to play, why are we upset? And why are we disrespecting her, calling her out her name, when all she did was choose a model that she felt could walk better than the model she was literally just thrusted upon her, not knowing she wouldn't be able to change.
Exactly. Like these models were, she picked Rachel on episode 2.
Right. But not knowing they weren't going to be able to change.
Yeah, that is true. I think a lot of the pushback that Zulema got from the other designers was primarily because she was the first person to do this. I think if anyone had done it prior, I don't think it would have been as contentious of a situation, but this was the very, very first time that we had, this was completely unprecedented for this format of Project Runway. So I think a lot of it does ultimately have to do with that fact.
Yes.
But yes, so Zulema takes Tara. Nick is then swapped with Rachel, which leads to what I'm calling Rachel's revenge, which we will discuss.
Which later. I roll my eyes at her too, but go ahead.
Because it's like she's walking off the runway and kind of like gives Nick a look. And Nick in confessional is like, she's kind of looking at me like, what did this girl do? And I'm looking at her like, same girl, but we're in it together now. And I'm like, I don't really, there's a lot of drama that takes place with this whole thing in this episode. And quite frankly, it's all stupid.
It's so stupid.
There's no reason to bring it up other honestly than this.
Right.
So just like,
it's so dumb. I feel like Rachel also, like, girl, if you were so good at what you were doing, like, why weren't you giving that walk before? What that made Zulema be like, you know what? I ain't letting her go. You gave her a reason to want you gone because you was walking like a stiff as Tim said, Gumby. And it was
Mhm.
not cute. Like, even if you don't like the outfits, your job is to sell it. That's
Mhm.
what you're a model. You're supposed to sell anything that is put on you, whether you like it or not. That is
Mhm.
not your job to be like, I don't like this. And you give like she just wasn't a good walker. And then now you want to be like, oh, I'm going to be revenge. Like now, all of a sudden, now you want to be a good walker. Where was this before? Which lets me believe other things, but okay.
Anyway,
We'll move.
so our challenge for the week is inspiration.
Inspiration.
I love this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite challenge types that they do on Project Runway, and they've done a lot of variations of it through the years because it's such a good classic challenge. And it really is kind of like the core of what Project Runway is. Like, go out into your world, find inspiration, and make a garment on it.
Period.
And I love it. So they're given cameras, and Tim tells them to go out into the world, take photos, choose one, and design a look based around it.
Michael Kors tells them that because they go see
Oh, it was
Michael
Michael
Kors.
Kors. That is correct. Yes. I forget that Michael pops up every once in a while. I'm like, oh, we're going to Michael Kors. Great, cool.
Right.
But yeah, so they go out into the world, they get their stuff, they go to Mood, they get their fabrics. There's not really any drama stuff in this episode either, other than the
Everybody
Nick
talking
and Zulema
making fun of
situation.
it all because I think that everybody starts shutting her out because they're mad that she decided to do switch
Yeah,
models. And I was like, y'all all petty because why are we mad at her for switching models
exactly.
when everybody is it I kind it was kind of petty, it was kind of stupid. But other than that, that was the only drama that happened. It was the Nick, like you said, the Nick and Zalima of it all. And the
Literally.
Tara of it all being very like, I don't like this. And Rachel like, I'm so happy. I'm going to show her. Like, it was like, all of y'all, relax.
Literally.
Relax. Like, and I don't want to like, I don't want to like,
Discredit.
right, discredit models because they're important to the fashion industry. They're
Yeah.
important to what has to be done. But like, when you are a model, you are a hanger. You're literally a
Yeah.
hanger, and your job is to just sell this garment, walk your walk, look beautiful while you're doing it, and zip it. Like, you don't. I don't like when models are like, I don't like this. I don't like you. And what
Fucking
the
Olga last season.
yes, like I didn't like
Ugh.
Olga last season, and I was like, Tara,
No,
don't make me
ma'am.
not like you because I really do
Right.
want to like you. And
Yeah.
I did like you. I just don't do that. And Rachel, I'm like, I don't want to not like you either because
Yeah.
I but the whole I'm gonna get revenge. We'll show her. Like you should have been showing her
Girl.
when you were doing it. Like you should have came in
Exactly.
with your A game walk. You should have been walking so no designer would say, I don't want you anymore. You gave her a reason to not want you anymore. And that is
Yep.
your fault. That's not her fault.
Yeah.
And Tara, you should be honored that somebody wanted to switch you out for them because they thought you were a great walker and can help sell their clothes. So I didn't like that. Nick, I understand you and your feelings that you lost Tara
Of course. Yeah.
because Tara was amazing. But also, you can't be like calling Zalima out her name and being mad about it because she was doing something to try to win this game that you all are playing.
Yeah.
Nobody said we had to be fair and we need to all keep our models. That's just how it's going to be. That's just the president that y'all had. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Anyway,
Anyway.
let's talk about the looks.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. And first up is going to be Kara. So her inspiration was a no trespassing sign.
Mm-hmm. Boring.
Yes, but in a way that I do honestly enjoy.
I didn't enjoy it.
I understand. I
Mhm.
think for me, I really like this idea. It doesn't go with like color palette wise, it doesn't go with the inspiration photo, and it doesn't necessarily need to. But I honestly kind of wish it had because I find it interesting. I love this idea of this simple black dress with this yellow band going across it and going down. I just wish if she had done this, she had done a few of them and like crossed them. That just would have added a different level of intrigue to the garment as a whole. I think this is a perfectly well made garment. I just want it to be a little bit more.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, I don't mind simplicity. That, don't get me wrong, I don't mind simplicity. I just feel like it needed a little extra. Like, I agree with you. If she would have did another band to crisscross across the front, like it could have been like cha 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 up up.
Like from the left shoulder
Mm-hmm.
down, literally just diagonally to the right leg.
Yeah, and just across, and like the other side, the same way she did this one. Just
Yeah.
do it on the other side and cross it and bring it down, and like, or maybe make the top like the halter in
Yeah.
that,
Oh yeah,
and
interesting.
just the
Okay.
straps like that, and have
Totally.
it going down around the back. Like, that would
Totally.
have been pretty. I just feel like she should have did a little bit more. It was just too simple. It
Yeah.
was like, you didn't take a whole day
No.
to make this.
No.
You that was like John Wayne, 8 hours. I slapped this together and made it.
Literally. Well, they did only have one day for this challenge, so I get it. But I still really enjoy the inspiration and the garment that was made, even though I want it to be a little bit more. So I'm going to give Cara 75.
I will give it a, it's I'm gonna give it 60.
I get it.
Yeah.
I do.
It's just,
Santino. Now, Santino's inspiration was this
graffiti.
graffiti,
Mm-hmm.
this close up of this graffiti that had all
Mm-hmm.
of these colors, and
Mm-hmm.
he found a fabric that worked with
Mm-hmm.
that color palette.
He could have really stepped this up, and he chose not to.
Here's exactly what I would change. Get rid of the entire top.
Mm.
Bring where the ruffle is at the waist, bring it up to the breast, and just had it be almost this, like, I wish it was a jumpsuit. That's actually what I want this to be. I want it to be ruffled at the breast area, come
Mm-hmm.
down into this almost like harem jumpsuit. Maybe
Mm.
like some sort of asymmetrical situation on the top. I don't know. Or like, I don't know. Maybe like a halter, like take the white strap, just get rid of the blue boob area completely. Bring it
Mm.
up, put the white band on, like the white shoulder piece, just like in the middle. That's the halter, and then get rid of everything else.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Because unfortunately, the garment in this capacity, it flowed in a way that was not flattering on Heather
Mm-hmm.
at all. Um, so, yeah, that's kind of. But
Yeah, I think.
I don't think
Go
it's
ahead.
bad. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, I think I like the color. I feel
Hmm.
like he could have really Santina this up.
Hmm.
Uh, I just, I just feel like he just, like, that whole bottom to me. Not a fan. Not a fan. Like,
He could have
it
done so much with this fabric too.
yeah, because like it was such a perfect fabric for his inspiration.
Yeah,
And I'm like, you could have done so much more and you didn't. And that's unfortunate.
yeah.
That's unfortunate. But
I'm gonna give Santino a 67.
I will give 10. I will 65.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next is Daniel. I am so obsessed with this look. I truly, honestly, genuinely think this is one of, if not my favorite look from this season. And I have not been super, super high on Daniel's looks.
I, child, I, yeah, I was not that impressed with Daniel this look, but this look, I was like, I saw the picture, I saw the
Yeah.
gown, the outfit, and it made sense.
Perfectly executed to inspiration.
Yeah, it made sense.
I love the way that this blouse is constructed.
Yeah.
Every single thing about it is so well done. It's executed so perfectly. I love that the skirt is so simple because it reflects the pot that it came in. The
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. Yes, absolutely.
It was so good.
Cup is the cup is as full as that pot was of soil that he took the photo from.
Yeah, it's
Like
definitely full. I kind of love this so much.
gorgeous. This will be on my top 5 list when we do it at the end of the season. I can
Nope.
guarantee you that.
Period.
I don't know where in the top 5, but this will be in the top 5 for sure.
Period.
Next is Nick. And Nick's inspiration was this close up. I believe it was a religious pattern. There was like a
Mm-hmm.
cross situation. It was white and blue. A cute photo.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what happened.
Mm, I don't.
I don't like this at all.
It's it's. I think I don't like it. I don't. I think this is the one of the outfits from Nick. I was like, ooh, I don't.
Yeah.
I I don't like it.
This is anything but good,
Yeah.
honestly. I hate the way that this is draped on the bodice. The skirt is not good. No. I don't even think Tara could have made this outfit good,
No.
honestly.
It's just it's just not
I'm
giving.
I'm really sorry to do this. I'm gonna plead.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
I know.
Uh. I.
I, I can't find anything redeeming about this look. I can't.
Uh. I won't plead, but I
Okay.
definitely won't be giving it a very high score.
Hmm.
I will probably give it a 40.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Next up is Andre.
Andre.
So his inspiration was dirty sewer water.
I'm here for it, honestly.
I'm I'm here for the inspiration. I'm not here for this look.
I love the look.
I don't.
I thought it was really good. A good look. I I liked it. I don't know what else to say. I kind of like the inspiration from it. I
Yeah, I don't. I think it's well constructed. There's just something about the way that he did all of these like bands
mhm.
to represent the water. That I think is what's throwing me off.
Mm, I think I find it so. I think I feel like the inspiration of this look transformed into this, made it so. I love the gray. I love the sparkle that's representing the rocks in the water. I like that he made it glamorous with that train. I just like it. I just like it. I don't know. I don't
I
know
get
about it.
it. No, I get it. I'm gonna give it a 70.
I would give it an 89.
Cool. Next is Zulema. I'm gonna be honest, I don't inherently dislike this look.
I didn't hate it. It's not the worst for me.
No, I don't think she should have gone home.
It wasn't the worst for me. I feel like it was uninspiring. Sure. It was, I feel like the detailing was a little unfinished, but it
Yeah.
wasn't the worst for me. Like I get where she was coming from. I saw from her inspiration what she was trying to do, but I didn't think it was the worst. It's definitely not the best, but it's definitely not the worst for me.
I I just wish she had employed the patterned fabric
Mm,
um, a little bit more effectively than she did, because it just looks like a red panel and then she added the pattern fabric.
right. I feel like everybody's so like averse to just making a shorter dress. Like everybody feels like they need to have a long dress that flows, and
Yeah.
because I feel like if she would have made that lace pattern she has at the bottom and
Hmm.
just made the whole dress of that and put that other lace thing underneath, like as a underlay of it
Hmm.
all, it would have been fine. But I felt like she was so in her head about what Tim told her and
Yeah.
about, taking more risk and,
Yeah.
even though she knows her time management is off and she's like, I need to just do a dress because it's the quickest thing to do. But if you're
Hmm.
going to just make a simple dress, you have to execute it perfectly. And she didn't do that.
And it's not, yeah.
And right. I don't think she deserved the bottom and to go home, but I don't think it was the best.
I I do say for me,
Bottom,
I think
sure.
bottom sure.
Sure. But home, I don't think.
Worst?
Mm, not for me.
No, I don't think. Um 52.
50.
Great. Next up is
Chloe.
Chloe. I
I,
don't like this.
me
Okay, thank
either. Yeah,
God.
me. I
I
thought,
mean,
I was like, I don't get it from her inspiration picture to this. I don't get it. I
so
mean, I
the
guess with the detailing the top was supposed to be the top of the building.
yeah, so the inspiration is this like geometrically designed building with a bunch of, I think, rectangular windows is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, this is, I think, the only thing Chloe makes on this season that I really don't like.
Mm,
I don't remember the rest of her garments, if I'm being honest, but I don't like this at all.
yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of this look. I thought, I just wasn't a fan. I really don't
The
have a lot to say about it.
the banding in the
Oh,
middle, I really like,
mm-hmm.
and I like this sort of ruched effect on the breast part of the. I like
Mm-hmm.
from like corset up. I think it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
It just that skirt just looks
Mm,
so cheap, and it's not.
yeah.
It's not a cheap fabric, and unfortunately, just the way that she draped and sewed this, it doesn't look. I would have just gotten rid of that middle portion of like the ruching detail, whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
and just done a simple, um, like kind of I guess similar to what Daniel did,
Mm-hmm.
just a straight pencil skirt or some
Right.
sort of like anything that's better than this, if I'm
Anything
being
better than that.
honest. Yeah, no, I don't think she should have gone home either, but I'm gonna give Chloe a 40.
I would give it a. Mm, I'll match your 40 because I can't really. Man,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, that's it. So, we get we have a top three
Okay.
uh, for this good old episode
Mm-hmm.
of Chloe, Daniel, and Andre.
Uh-huh.
And then our bottom four is Santino, Cara, Nick, and Zulema.
Mm-hmm.
I who would I have?
I Unfortunately, it would have been between Nick and Santino to me.
Yeah, and honestly, I think I would have put Cara in the top over Chloe.
Yeah, I mean, I thought her look was simple, but it wasn't horrible. It was done right.
There were
So,
two very good garments
mm-hmm.
in Daniel and Andre.
Yes.
There were two perfectly fine garments for me in Cara and Santino. And there were three garments that just weren't that great or memorable in Zulema, Chloe, and um, Nick.
Okay.
For me, honestly, I think I would have sent Nick home.
Yeah.
And I don't like saying that because
Yeah,
I
me either. I
really
really
like
love Nick.
Nick.
Me
But
too.
I pled on his look, so I guess that's what it is. But that does not happen. We get a winner of Daniel, which I
Deserved.
absolutely agree.
I agree. I think
Um,
Andre was very good too. So,
Andre, I guess. I think actually Andre would have been my third. My second place, honestly, would have been Cara.
mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that look. As simple as it was, I thought it was simple but very effective. So, um, ultimately, though, our bottom two is Cara and
Mm-hmm.
Zulema.
Mm-hmm.
And we do lose Zulema, which I think I understand. I don't think I necessarily would have made that choice, but I think if you're looking at the body of work that everybody has made so far, Zulema has the weakest body of work.
I'm sure.
Her or Santino, but I don't think Santino deserved to go home for this challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Whatever.
it's kind of just really unfortunate that we lose Zulema, and she's just like, yeah, it's a competition. It is what it is. Like, I get it. So
Exactly. So everybody else acting like can't believe it. Okay, but that's
yeah,
neither here nor there.
yeah. So episode 9, we get the unconventional materials challenge.
Yes,
I'm thrilled.
I
Very.
love it.
The theme is flower power. And we are going to some florist shops.
Mm-hmm.
So you are making a garment out of only natural materials for a garden party.
I think that was just so cute.
I love it. I
I love that.
truly love it. I
I
truly
was
love
like,
it.
not y'all giving them a garden party outfit and making them do it out of flowers. That's so cute.
Well, most people didn't use flowers, and the
Well,
judges were mad about it. Which, like, okay, I want to talk about that at the start of our discussion of episode 9
okay.
because we get to critiques, and Nina Garcia is just like, well, I just expected that all of you would have, used more flowers. They're more colorful, they're more vibrant. I just really thought you all should have used more flowers. And I'm like, Nina Garcia, I would like to see you attempt this challenge and
Right.
use nothing but flowers. I
Just
would
flowers.
like to see that because literally you would have to hand sew all of these flowers. If you're making a garment out of nothing but flowers, you're going to have to hand sew probably 200 to 400 flowers in a day.
Right.
And you're expecting these people to do things like that?
Right.
And I'm going to be really honest. The person who won, won because he had the most flowers on his.
Flowers. Yep.
I don't think it's a bad garment, and we will talk about it.
No.
But it was not the best garment, in my
Right.
opinion. And so I'm just like, why are we doing this? I don't get it.
It,
But
it it definitely makes no sense to me. Um, how how
yeah,
like how,
yeah, literally.
but you know, you're doing it based on what you think they should do,
Mhm.
and not on what they did.
Yeah.
So I kind of find that a little. Hmm.
But this is the episode where we get the iconic Andre.
Andre.
Andre, why are you throwing lobster at me at Red Lobster? It's almost like my Tim Gunn is almost Tim Gunn meets Ina Garten.
Mm-hmm.
How fabulous is that? Like, yeah, my Tim Gunn is kind of Tim Gunn meets Ina Garten. It's like Andre, why are you throwing a plate at me at Red Lobster?
Why would you drop that plate of lobster in my lap? It's so funny.
I know we're just having a little tiff, Andre, but you don't need to yell.
And you're embarrassing in front of my colleagues. Like,
Andre.
what? Oh.
I am mad that Marsha on season 15 of Drag Race did not have an Andre moment because that just
She
would have.
did Tim Gunn for Snatch Game,
Yeah, she did Tim Gunn.
and she didn't do Andre.
She was in the top. She did a very good Tim Gunn. It was very good. And she rightfully deserved her place in the top of the challenge. But yeah, Tim Gunn hadn't been done before. So now I'm like, for when I eventually get on Drag Race, of course.
You have
I'm
to
like,
do Drag
Race. What if I did Heidi into Tim into Heidi again?
Could be a little complicated, but if you make it work.
It would be very complicated, but I think I could make it
Make
work.
it work. Make it work, designers.
Hello. In fashion, one day you're in, and the next day you're out. Like, there's so much material. I'm surprised Heidi Klum hasn't been done. And I would only do Heidi Klum from Project Runway. There is so much material that could be used.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, this is where we get Santino doing his Tim Gunn impression in front of Tim Gunn because producers clearly told Tim Gunn, and Tim Gunn went into the workroom to ask Santino to do his Tim Gunn in front of him.
Right.
Tim Gunn.
Absolutely. As he should. I mean, should.
Santino was just gooped, gagged, and betriveled. Like, just, oh my God. He was just like, oh my God, no, how did you find out? As if this isn't a produced reality competition show where Tim Gunn is a very big portion of the show. So, but yeah, I mean, otherwise, again, that's really it. I mean, this is the first time in the competition we see Chloe struggle. That's really the other big thing in this challenge is Chloe takes on a very ambitious look, which we will talk about here in a second. I'll save most of my thoughts for that conversation. But this is the first and I think only time really we see her truly struggle in this competition. She's like, she's waking up the next morning and she's like, I am nowhere near done. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have like 2 hours to turn this out.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see, Chloe struggle a little bit.
I mean, it's always the people who are like always in control, always in the top, always, so cool, calm, collected. And it's like, this is a breeze for them. They don't have a problem. They're just doing it. It's nice to see them go, you know what? I am human. I'm not perfect. I am struggling. This is not easy for me. And it's nice to see that vulnerable side. It's good. But
it's very nice.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah. So let's talk about the looks. Episode 9. And first up is Chloe. This is also, I can almost guarantee this will also be in my top 5 of the season. This is so incredible.
She turned it out.
She did. Hold on. Where is the banner? Because it's rightfully deserved in this situation. She did what needed to be done.
Yeah. Like it was beautiful.
She really did. It's so gorgeous. And I love the way that she did the bald cap situation. Oh, it's so good. And Grace looks so good.
Yeah.
And the skirt is so good. And it's so simple, but so perfectly done. And Chloe should have won this challenge. And I'm still mad that Chloe didn't win this challenge.
I think it was this is the dress you would want to see at a garden party. If it looks like from far off, like just in the stills, it looks like fabric. But knowing that
that's what Michael Kors said is like it looks like fabric from afar.
And but to know that she glued all of those individual petals on that dress and manipulated to look like that is beautiful. And I don't think it needed flowers. I think her added that little touch of a flower is perfect. Like
so good.
It's all it needed. Like if she would have added anything else, it would have been too much. So I think this is perfect. I think this is perfect.
My cup is overflowing with petals. Whatever the leaves,
Yeah,
My cup
leaves.
is overflowing with leaves.
Give me all those leaves. My cup is full of them. Yep.
Yeah. Next is Kara, and
I like this too.
I really enjoy this.
I
This is one of my favorite things that Kara made on
yes,
this season.
for sure.
It's so good.
I
The
love the
way that
purple.
the
Ugh.
well, obviously,
No, but no, I just love
purple.
the purple breastplate. How she
Yeah.
didn't overdo it with the flowers. She just gave a perfect little pop of purple flowers in the breast area, and then a little bit of more in the back. It's just like the perfect amount of flowers for this challenge,
And the way
alongside of that green.
And the way it looks like the flowers are coming out of this basket almost because of the
Yes,
way that she did the back is so good.
it's so
I
good.
love the skirt.
Yeah,
It flowed so perfectly on Eden. I really enjoyed this. I would not have been mad if Cara had won.
me either.
Truthfully,
Honestly, this was so good. I feel like this could have been her first win, and I would have been like, "Yep,
I would have been
deserved,
like, absolutely, yes.
deserved,
Honestly, my cup is full of
full."
flowers.
Yep, purple
My cup
flowers.
has turned into a basket, and the basket is filled with flowers.
All of those purple flowers are full of mine.
Absolutely.
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 Daniel.
And and then we do have Daniel, who does a very similar garment idea to what Cara does.
Hmm.
And for me, honestly, it's less effective.
It does because we see the straps. I don't like the fact that we see those
Yeah,
in the back and we see the straps in the like. He didn't put no flowers on the strap. Like it,
yeah,
I. It was nice. I love his weaving of the flowers and the heart on the bustier six. You know, I like that.
absolutely.
But I feel like Cara just did it better.
I couldn't agree more. I do still think this is a very lovely garment. It wasn't my absolute favorite.
Hmm.
But I think it's good. I'm gonna
Hmm.
give Daniel an 85.
Yeah, I matched at 85 because it was good.
Work. Next is Nick. I like this concept.
Hmm.
I think what would have done it for me is if the entire thing was made out of the green leaves.
Mm.
I just honestly get rid of the flowers at the bottom. And I know he was running low on materials, so I understand why he did what he did. But get rid of the flowers at the bottom and the front and just have
Hmm.
two or three more panels of those leaves
Yeah.
just to make sure that, the puswacha is covered.
Hmm.
And then honestly, just that with the halter straps and the headband situation, I think that would have been so fierce. But it's almost there.
Hmm.
It's like 75% there. I just wish it had a few tweaks.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. I and I understand he didn't have more panels or anything, but I
Yeah.
agree with you that those flowers didn't need to be there. They could have been like a fringe at the bottom of the dress instead of that
Or even
whole.
coming out of in the breast area where like
Yeah.
it's the little flower things, just
Yeah.
have those popping out the sides. Like even that I think would have been cute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Agreed. Uh-oh, I hit something because of
Oh no.
my thing started going crazy and I snatched my microphone out because
Oh,
it
you're good.
it started doing that thing. Okay.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We're
But
good.
I agree. It just needed it more
Yeah.
time, more materials, better
Yes.
execution.
I said that this look is 75% there. I think I'm gonna give it a 75.
I would give it yeah, 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andre, why did you have to make this garment like this, Andre? Because it's not good, Andre.
I
Ugh.
this I don't know what it is. I didn't necessarily hate that.
I don't dislike it. I don't think it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I wish all of the trimming on the bottom and the belt and the top were all like like blue flowers
Okay.
growing out of this grass,
Okay.
or like a blue or a yellow or something else, because
Something else.
this needs a little bit more color.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm like, this was the least effective use of color, which I think is ultimately what sent him home.
Yeah. I agree. It needed some flowers. This one needed flowers. It was just too
What
much
about
of a
what about sunflowers?
sunflowers would have been great.
I thought that's what you said at first, and I was
I
like, but
said
wait,
some
I
flowers, but
know,
yes,
I know now, but I was like, what about sunflowers? Like,
sunflowers would have been perf.
Gorgina,
Gorgina, as
truly
you
Gorgina.
say.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not my absolute favorite. I don't think it's bad. I'm gonna give on Andre for the final time. I get to say Andre.
Andre.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna give Andre a 60.
Andre. More color needed. I think I would give it probably a 62.
Great. And last up is Santino.
I didn't hate this either.
I don't hate this at all.
I didn't hate this at all. I kind of really liked it.
I think for me, this is very clearly the fourth best garment on the runway.
Yeah.
Which still would have put him low. But this runway as a whole, like even Andre's look isn't bad.
Right. I think this runway was a good runway for everybody.
This was the strongest runway, I'm gonna say, of either of the first two seasons.
Agreed.
Like, this is really good. I love the asymmetrical shoulder situation. I love the way that he took whatever this netting is at the bottom. I love the way that that's draped. And I really like the way the flowers look too, actually. Wait, do I like this more than Daniel's? I think I might. I actually might like this more than Daniel.
I might agree with you on that. I might agree with you on that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I do.
Because it's giving a little like fairy princess vibe.
Right.
Like princess of the forest.
I love it. Feel like if this could be a dress that Tiana would have worn after she came back from the frog with like a princess or Tinkerbell. Even.
Oh, this is so Tinkerbell. This is also very Tiana going to manage the restaurant every day.
Yeah. Just
like it's like short, simple, effective. Oh wow, I really enjoy this actually. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 95. I didn't think I was gonna score it that high. But I really like it.
Yeah, I was at 93.
Great.
I do like it. I do. I didn't think I liked it that much either, but I do like it.
I really did not think I liked it this much, but
I think he did really well with the materials that he got and made that. Like it was smart to get that fabric and add on top of that. I thought it was good. Good.
So our top three for the challenge are Chloe, Daniel, and Cara. Leaving Andre, Nick, and Santino as the bottom three. Ultimately, we get our winner being Daniel. I think it should have
been Chloe or Cara.
Chloe or Cara for sure. And honestly, I would have understood a Santino win.
Yeah.
I would have gotten it for sure. But instead, Santino's in the bottom three, but low safe. Our bottom two is Andre and Nick, which is just heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking because I love them both.
Andre gets eliminated.
Andre. I hate that because I don't think his look was bad, horrible, but I get it.
It was the sixth best on this runway, which unfortunately means that you go home.
Unfortunately.
But
Andre.
We will get to see him eventually on when we get to Project Runway All Stars. We will get to see Andre again, so I'm thrilled. I'm very thrilled. I'm also very thrilled for the next set of episodes that we're doing, which might be our last.
Might be.
because we have 2 more challenges
And then
and
finale,
then
right?
reunion finale,
So are we
which
gonna
I
do
mean,
all 4 of them together?
it's
I think so.
5. It's
I think
5 episodes.
oh, okay.
Because it's makeover. So the next one is the makeover,
Right.
which I hate. I'm so excited to talk about how much I hate this makeover. And then it's the Iman challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And then reunion, finale part 1, finale part 2. So we might do it all in one episode. I don't know. We at this current moment have not decided. So we might be doing it all together.
We might still come back and find out what we decide.
Yes. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching us here on The Cup TV. Make sure to subscribe to us on here. And make sure to subscribe to our main channel as well, The Cup, unless you're listening on audio, and then everything is through the same distribution. But make sure to click all the buttons that you want, that make sure that you are supporting us. Make sure to get your merch in the link below. There's cups, there's hats, there's socks, there's a lot of things. I was
Let's
going to say
stop.
hats again. I already said hats. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Cup Pod for all of the most up-to-date Cup news and all of our funny moments, because we are funny bitches. And if you want to follow Lana and us on Twitter as well, feel free. We do things. Big Brother season is ramping up, so we both are going to be a lot more active on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And with all of that being said, cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
I'm going to cheers with my
Cheers.
mic because I can.
Okay, cheers.
In fashion, one day you're in, and the next day you're out. And we are out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Make it work, designers.